Before we get started, if you'd like to support me and LT, we do have a Patreon at patreon.com/OSRS Trihards. We also have a way to support us via a one-time donation called Buy Me a Coffee. Visit buymeacoffee.com/Trihards. It's a fast, easy way to throw us a couple bucks if you like what you're hearing. Links are in the description of each episode. Thanks! Thank you so much to our Patreon supporters JayySlay, Dewsgood, Mike, OG Scuba, Tom, Blazer, Seers, Tessa, Denarune, Shrek, Hatin' Life, and Paul.
And a massive shout out to our TRIHARD Patreons, Awaik, Graham, Benjamin, Huge Baby, Mythycle, Crazyfast, Nick, and UChews. A special thanks to Napn, CursedNibz, XB Swag, Khoya, and Sazzern, our VIP Patreons. Thank you so much for your support, guys. You're amazing. Yo, I'm Arthur, aka LT Potato.
I'm Rob, aka Jim Today.
We're the Trihards.
And welcome to episode 58 of your favorite old school podcast. We're back.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
Not
You just call it a night.
Yeah, actually. No, I'm exhausted because for ever since like driving, to your wedding, that's one thing, but driving from your wedding, I have short-term memory. So like so much to talk about, and I feel like I already lost half of it. I probably need to like look at your wedding photos, which haven't been processed yet.
Right.
And I've been meaning to show my mom all that fun stuff because
Right.
she's been begging for them. But yeah, too many memories, too many things, and I'm not even talking like RuneScape updates because that's
Right. Yeah. So many.
Yeah. Honestly, pales in comparison to the wedding and all the other community cool, fun clan things that have happened.
Right. So we're going to start off with episode 58, talking about just kind of, the wedding, a honeymoon just a bit, and then we'll jump into the, community stuff that's been happening, of course, the past 2 weeks, or 3 weeks actually, and of course the updates, which haven't been many updates, but there are some that are worth mentioning as well. We're not going to cover every update though, just because we would be here for like 5-6 hours talking about everything.
Yeah, and you guys know how like every week on Wednesday something happens, like those little bullet points at the bottom of every blog. Most of you probably don't know because you don't click on the blogs, but trust me, there's all these tiny little updates. It's BS. It's small potatoes.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
Grammar being fixed somewhere.
Yeah, literally, it's
like
that, so. in this quest dialogue, this grammar. Yeah. So, all right.
Let's start off though. First, here we did get a coffee donation.
We did 7 of them.
It's a little strange. Yeah, 7 coffees. So first of all, thank you very much. The name.
No, that's you. Go for it. Have you practiced?
Bluff Fire Lube Man. Yeah,
it starts off actually pretty cool. Bluff Fire. Nice. Lube Man, I can't get behind the Lube Man, but...
So what do we have? We have Bluff Rabbit, right? Fire Coffee, Hoob Lube, and...
Wait, who the fuck is Man?
Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, Kool-Aid Man. Right. That's 5 people then.
Yeah.
4 people. 5 people. All right. Anyways,
so that's the name.
Prominent members of our community. Everyone knows them. Most people love them. Some people hate them. Thank you for the 7 bonds. Let's read the message. One of these guys says to us, "Hey guys, new guy to the clan here. Hoob, my alt and I were sitting around a campfire one day picking buchews. Buchew is a herb within Chambers of Xeric, and talking about how we just love cups of noodles. Okay. Anyways, thanks for taking another shot without me, and thanks for the mod status. XOXO Sunny D guy." By the way, before getting into it... This is
a little cryptic, wasn't it? It was pretty cryptic.
Very... Well, we caught the sarcasm. So I just want to mention real quick, Sunny D, this message is from Kool-Aid. I think we can safe to say that. He signs at XOXO Sunny D guy. Fun fact, Kool-Aid and Sunny D are owned by different parent companies.
Right, so there's some competition there.
I had to Google that.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid is known for being lackluster. We just took a pre-podcast shot. The time is 2010 or 2015.
He wasn't there, was he?
Eastern Standard Time. He wasn't there. Again, we make the announcement, like you kind of know when to expect. He's going to be on in 2 hours. But yeah, he's religious. He religiously wants to be here, but can never make the appointment.
He always misses. Yeah. He's always late. So, yeah. Thanks, though. We really appreciate the bonds. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. And hang out. They're amazing people. Coffee, Hoob, Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of coffee, thanks for the cups of coffee. Coffee is our brand new moderator for the community. So Intakes is our OG. You guys have heard his name a bunch of times. And then Mythycle is kind of our Oceania moderator. Yep. I refer to him as just because he covers that time zone. And then Coffee, very, very active, very lovely gentleman. He's got a great head of hair. All these guys, by the way, great head of hair. I'm looking at Rob right now, great head of hair. The gene does not... It didn't come to me. So thanks, Dad. Thanks.
Well, I'm sorry to have a reclining hairline, so I'll be there with you.
You mean receding hairline, not reclining. Receding. Reclining hairline.
It's just chilling, dude. It's just
chilling.
You're
fine. But you have the locks. It looks good. You guys will see the wedding photos.
It's reclining a bit here.
Okay. It's real reclined.
Yeah. But yeah, they do. They have good sets of hair, dude. A lot of people do.
They do.
Pre-podcast shots.
James, anyone who shows their, well, I guess it's the webcam
Carl,
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a good group. So,
all right, let's jump into the wedding, dude. I'm married now. Got a ring around my finger.
Cool.
It's actually my grandfather's ring, so it means a lot to me.
Can I actually see it? I don't think I even analyzed this. Oh,
yeah.
Very
nice.
nice.
A standard gold ring, but it's my grandfather's.
Yep.
Kept all the scratches in there that he had, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I wonder what is it? Do you know the carat weight?
I don't. 14 karat. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, it's an alloy, so they kind of mix it with other metals. It's nice and
karat.
long lasting, nice and strong.
14 karat. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, dude. Wedding was from my perspective, and I mentioned this to a few people, but whoever I didn't talk to in Discord, it was too good. Like, not to get all like crazy and weird and like make myself look like I don't ever go out, and I really don't travel to many places, but it was awesome from like the perspective of being in the bridal party, meeting Rob's family, beautiful family, beautiful friends, meeting Rob's friends, all these people I've heard stories about for quite some time, and it was just the kind of event that I don't go to weddings. Like, I'm just not, I don't have too many friends and family members who are getting, I know there are motherfuckers out there who are going to a wedding multiple times a year. For them, it's just like another Saturday. They just got to do it. But for me,
you have a lot of people probably that have weddings. They just don't invite you, probably. So.
Oh my God. By the way, I think I'm a damn good groomsman. So if you have a wedding coming up,
you are. You're a damn good groomsman. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was amazing, dude. I had a lot of feels, kind of, especially leaving, like 6-hour drive home. I was like, damn, I just wish it was a longer lasting event because
which it was a long event. We had a bachelor party. We had one day with the bachelor party. The next day we had the rehearsal, and the next day was the wedding and the reception. So it was just a pack chock full of activities for those 3 days.
A lot of I mean, I had an Airbnb, very, very lovely house. Mm-hmm. With some of Rob's friends from Colorado, and I feel like I didn't really spend a whole lot of time there except the night of the bachelor party. Yeah, which was tons of fun. We played poker.
You became like best friends with my
I did.
From
college,
I
have Seth Denver added my phone. He's from Denver. His last name isn't Denver, but his number's in my phone. So
yeah, I mean it's probably just because y'all are about the same height. So
the other tall guy. A lot of fun, dude. I mean. And I got to spend a lot of time with you because obviously being part of the bridal party, there's a lot of like must-dos. So we had to be at the rehearsal. It's a very official event.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't even know what the rehearsal was for. You didn't even...
No. So I grew up in a Russian culture. We just don't do things the same, a little different. I don't even know how to really pinpoint it. But this was all the sequence of events was new to me. But I was try to be as going with the flow as possible. And
yeah, and it was a pretty standard rehearsal where you just have, dinner. It's mostly like close family or people who've traveled really far to be there. And then of course the bridal parties and everything. And you kind of just have dinner together. And then there's usually some speeches that go on and stuff like that. So all that happened. And that was a good time. It was my mom's house. So,
gorgeous house. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
It's a hell of a house.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. The only unfortunate part, and everyone's been ragging Rob the whole weekend, but like, it's not even Rob that we should be ragging. It's his wife Madison. But the bridesmaids were all gorgeous.
Yeah.
Everyone was beautiful, and everybody was taken. Okay. So.
Okay, guys.
That's fine.
So I was getting food at the rehearsal. Just a quick story, and I overhear LT talking about RuneScape to these.
Oh, there's no way, dude. Oh, I forgot about this.
He's talking about RuneScape to these.
No.
Oh,
okay, let's get something straight. Okay, let's get something straight. I finally got to meet Rob's sister. Okay, Rob's sister. Funny enough, she reminds me of my sister, but that's a whole different story. She used to play RuneScape, and we've mentioned this before. Like, Rob even got on her account, and she had all the boyfriends and blah, blah, blah. Okay?
Gave me lots of money. Yeah.
She's crazy about RuneScape, right? She was this whole... obviously big new, but like, she's talking about how she got level 70 something and super excited, and some of the bridesmaids were asking me, people were asking me all weekend, how do you know Rob?
Who brought it up, LT? I think you mentioned like you got a...
how do you know Rob?
Wizard's Mace recently, or something like that. You're trying to flex
No, I'm not trying to flex. I say that Rob and I make a podcast, and honestly, Rob, very few people... You're not walking around your whole family and friend group saying, I do a RuneScape podcast. It's kind of a little niche hobby. So I'm just saying in front of everyone, Rob and I make a podcast. Everyone drops their jaw. No one knows this is brand new information to them. And then when I drop the word RuneScape, guys, all these bridesmaids are our age, which means they probably have brothers our age. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, holy shit, I used to play RuneScape, or my brother introduced me to RuneScape. These beautiful women were geeking out over RuneScape, I guess, back in the day. So much that I was shocked. I felt like I was in a different universe. I'm not exaggerating. I swear to God. In that moment, I was like, I stopped. My brain, I asked myself, is this really happening? Are these beautiful women really going nuts over RuneScape right now? Like, I'm not even trying to talk about this. So they're going nuts. At this point, Rob is getting food. He comes across and he just stumbles upon this crazy conversation. Which you think I initiated it. No.
Shelby did probably.
Yeah.
Or the podcast. Yeah.
So.
That's funny. Yeah. But that happened, and then the wedding went out without a hitch, so that's really good. Nothing wrong happened. Besides, one of Madison's aunts got a little too drunk, fell and cut herself. Do you remember that?
Wasn't there. I heard it though. I was at the bar.
Cut herself, and then she got back up. She was fine, and then she fell again and broke her arm.
She did not. Wait, I think I only knew about the first part.
She fell again, broke her arm, but besides that, everything was fine.
Okay, well, there was a doctor on set. The doctor on scene, his name was not Rabbit. His name was not Kyle.
Yeah, Matt.
Although it could have been Kyle.
Matt. Yep. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yep. And there's also a fireman on site too, one of Madison's coworkers. So she was taken care of for sure. And then then we all went to the bars. Y'all came to the bars with us, right?
I'm gonna let you answer that question. Were we at the bars with you, Rob, or were you just there by yourself? Okay,
you absolutely were. Sorry, I was drunk.
Hey, no, I mean, I get it.
And me and Madison sang karaoke. So.
Yes. So is it "Don't Go Breaking My Heart"?
Yeah, that, by Elton John.
Elton John. Okay, yeah, because that song has been periodically just shoves its way into my head throughout like my week. I'll be driving to school or in class or something, and in my head I'm like, "Don't go breaking my heart," and I'm like, "That's got to be their song, right?" But it was.
Mm-hmm. That's the one we just did karaoke, and I kind of like forced Madison to come with me, but she had a great time. Yep. So it was a lot of fun. It
was good, man.
Good time.
Your groomsman.
LT got me a really nice present. Just want to say that.
Did. You're gonna post a picture of it later. You want to mention it now?
Yeah, we'll mention it, but I will post a picture, like a professional. Because we actually had the photographer take a
I insisted on this. Dude, I find these opportunities. We had a professional photographer with us the morning into the early afternoon, actually. Because, guys, this might be crazy to you. Maybe not. We were told to be at Rob's mom's house at 10 a.m. The actual wedding didn't start till 5. So in my brain,
Madison,
I'm like,
I don't know.
No, but that's normal. I think that's really like a normal wedding thing is 7 hours of pre-ceremony stuff, pictures.
Yeah, it was a lot of pictures and everything else, but...
Yeah, but we were hanging out. You guys even started watching Squid Game.
Yeah.
We were drinking, making mimosas, and tell everyone about the Thai fiasco.
Yeah, nobody knew it's Thai. I did. I know how.
You kind of knew. I
knew.
But you let Mac take over.
And I was trying to show everybody else, but I let my mother's boyfriend show us how to do it because he's always very suave, So
he knew his shit. He hand tied everyone's. Like he spent
everybody's tied.
Yeah, everyone's.
And showed us how to do the little
pocket squares. The little yeah.
But LT did get me a Vorkath Crumb figurine, which is really, really cool and super sick. He gave me this box and it weighed like nothing, and I was like, what is in here? But we did get a professional photograph of it, which I will be releasing once they release it to me. So
because we had the photographer there, he was basically like the groom. Well, for those few hours, it was
him and his wife that were doing.
Yeah, I guess the wife was doing the girls. He was doing the guy. Yeah, so
yeah.
Yeah, we took a little trolley over to the wedding. And beautiful venue, by the way, like on the water, Alabama. Like,
yeah.
If you're not familiar, what are your thoughts of when you guys hear the word Alabama, right? Okay, so, but forget about that. It's this town where, Rob's family lives, Madison's family nearby kind of sort of lives, and it's just a gorgeous part of Alabama.
Fairhope's amazing.
My only experience is when I went to officer training school for the military, but that was Birmingham.
Yeah.
Wherever the Air Force base is. It's either Montgomery or Birmingham, but it was not a good looking town. So here it's like on the water and
yeah. Good time, dude. Good time. I'm glad you came. Glad you were a part of the wedding.
Yeah. So. It was good. And then the next morning, shout out to Swab, by the way. So Swab has been around the community for such a long time, and we will mention him later on. Maybe you guys can take a guess. I was leaving and I messaged him and I was like, hey, I want to get coffee or something. He's a big foodie. He's literally going to be in Rob's neck of the woods next week or next month. And he is quote unquote going on a food tour. Like, I don't know a bigger foodie than this guy. He travels. He knows all the spots. He knew of like the most rural, remote, it's called Biscuit King. We got Biscuit.
No, I told you about Biscuit King.
No, he knows about Biscuit King.
Really?
Literally in the middle of nowhere, a shack of barn. That's
actually super impressive because Biscuit King, I love it. And
it's as niche.
I recommended it to y'all. Yeah.
Me and Shane were driving there, and it's a barn, dude, in the middle of like
literally a barn.
Fields. Yeah. There's not in a nice little not in a plaza.
Yeah, it's literally a barn. Yeah.
Craziness.
That is crazy. But,
so he's a foodie. He recommended a bunch of stuff. I think the evening that I drove in, because I was the first person to kind of see Rob. I drove in and I slept the night at his place. Madison was at her parents' place, so just kind of me, Rob, that evening. We hopped in Discord, took a shot, whatever. Rob also showed me this brand new TV show called Squid Game, which is like the hype right now. I was terrified, shocked, and I never want to watch another episode again, but I kind of also do. He just showed me the first game, essentially. Not even the build-up. He literally just went straight to the first game, and my jaw just dropped, and I didn't know what to think. Yeah. But right now, I'm actually drinking a bottle of vodka, this Strawberry Absolute, courtesy. This was taken from Rob's house. It was going to the bachelor party, and then since I drove...
in your hands, dude, the whole time, didn't it?
Yep. Me and vodka, it's like...
I do want to mention one more thing, and then we can end the wedding talk here. But I just want to put this out there, and we can move on. Elsie and I did sleep together. Okay. I did.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say, talk about the bachelor party. Like, how was? Maybe people want to know.
We just played poker, and LT took all my money, and it was like what, $17 or something buy-in.
It was a $17 buy-in. There was 8 or 9 of us, and it was a good time. And I'll tell you what, even though I wore a Camelback with 1.5 liters of vodka on my back the whole night, didn't help at all. I had the worst hangover the next morning.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because the rehearsal, went without a hitch, and I felt pretty damn good.
Right. But I did crash over there, and we slept in the same bed.
I actually had to convince Rob to sleep with me. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, I had to actually frame it in such a way because I wanted to sit here on the 13th of November and tell you guys successfully we did sleep together. So I did have to push a little bit, but I don't think I had to push too much because
LT was a little pushy, man. Honestly. No, I was just gonna crash on the couch, but he's like, "Come on, I got it." But honestly, that bed was gigantic, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that was the creme de la creme bed right there. I took the best.
LT, like right when he walked in, he's like, "This is mine."
Yeah, well, that was the benefit because I showed up first. See, all those dudes, all your friends flying in from Colorado, they got the short end of the stick. Yeah, because they got in late, and I got to claim the best bed, the best everything. So
yeah, for sure.
And Rob actually had a really tough time on mobile right before the bachelor party kicked off. You were trying to do the RuneScape Halloween event on mobile on your hardcore, and you put your phone down. I almost killed you.
Yeah, you took it and started running to the wilderness, dude.
Yeah, I tried to kill you. But you're still alive.
But
so.
yeah. Let's in the marriage talk here. I think we should move on to some RuneScape stuff. Now, after the wedding, of course, I went on my honeymoon. We went to France. That was a good time. During that time, on the 30th, there was a community event, and I do want to hear about it. I kind of looked at some of the stuff on Discord a little bit, but were you there?
I was there. It was a good event. It wasn't as big as I maybe thought it was. I think, TLDR, it's unfortunate to say this, but like whenever you just have the word wilderness involved in any event, immediately like it cuts the in half. It's a stigma that will not change. I kid you not. I can't sit there and explain to
the whole plan was to lure everybody in the wilderness and kill them and take all their stuff, right?
Of course. Dude, it was a very, very good event, though. Corrid, who was a main account, 230 mil bank, respectable, kind of like, bank for a normal account. He's like, screw it, I'm going to make an iron. I'm going to drop all this in a fun little fashion. So he had him and Stoic had team capes on them. They were kind of like, they made themselves easy to kill in the wilderness. You just had to like shoot them a few times, kill them, get that team cape would be related to a row or column in Corrid's bank. He ended up giving out over 220 million GP and stuff, and
it's insane.
Everyone was head over heels, dude. I mean, one guy in particular was just like, my bank just went from whatever to whatever, and you just hear the joy in people's voices getting some of these drops.
Yeah,
because it really helps people out, whether it's help get their construction level up because they want to build the pool, or help obtain like the next late game upgrade for DPS. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, obviously we made the announcement, so don't be afraid. Like I said, the word wilderness is like completely irrelevant to these events. It just happens to be the way to do the event, because it's kind of lame to just sit there and do a drop party.
Right.
I mean, Rob and I will do that for our episode 100, as we did like 50 or 100 mil, whatever we gave away. But in this case, this was an event led by other people, so
right. Yeah,
they did it in a fun little way.
Cool.
Yep.
Glad to hear it went well. Let's talk about some weekly updates again. We're not going to go through all the weekly updates that happened like the past 3 weeks, but we will.
Like the main points here. So
yeah, and
honestly, nothing big happened, guys. Group Iron Man came out before. It's still a thing in terms of like the content creators. If you keep up with RuneScape in terms of like watching the daily Twitch highlight clips on Behemoth YouTube, like, there's some Group Iron Man stuff happening. Nothing special. It seems fun for those who are doing it, whether you're casual or sweaty.
Right.
There's two things on the horizon. What?
Yeah, we talked about next, the last podcast, because it was, I think that came out that Wednesday, and we talked about it that Saturday, I believe. Yep. And it was kind of, basic, their overview, some of the drops that's going to happen, and a lot has changed. So we're going to kind of go over the new updated Next blog, which was released this past Wednesday. So we'll just kind of jump into it, right?
Yeah. So Next is still a thing.
We'll talk about the next one here. Yep.
Yeah, they're looking to release Next at the start of January. Okay. Right. They also want to do Leagues 3 in the middle of January. My opinion, that will be delayed. That is just my opinion, but
it's too close in my opinion. People are going to be still grinding out Next. They're not going to be, this, because these drops are going to be worth billions probably, right, when they first come out.
Absolutely. Maybe not billions, but it'll be quite strong. Like
a billion.
Yeah, a billion, like, easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to mention, guys, think of the bugs. I mean, think of Deadman mode, all the bugs associated every day, every week, hotfixes. So Nex is going to be a pretty important boss. A lot of phases and teamwork and how drops are being done. So anyways, leagues will be pushed. And I'm pretty sure when I was in Pensacola, then a blog came out saying that leagues was pushed back because leagues was literally supposed to be out on the 3rd of November. It's now the 13th.
Right.
So
yeah.
So if you're listening to this, expecting leaks to be a thing, no, it's not.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Anyways,
first they mentioned power creep. So we'll talk about that first here, and they feel, a lot of people, want new items to come into the game to kind of overpower some of the items that we already have, which is power creep. But the reason they're doing it too is because, Bandos is 65 defense requirement, and it's literally the best in slot, and it's been best in slot for
07.
Since the dawn of time.
Or
Yeah,
08.
07.
Yeah.
Right. Since God Wars was introduced.
Same for Armadillo, same thing. So the word power creep should not have a negative connotation to it. It just means like the addition of more powerful items, which normally it's fine. I think the only little caveat is like a weapon like the Scythe. The Scythe has 3 hit splats when it hits a big character. So whenever you give a max hit to something, the Scythe just becomes even stronger. But aside from that, it's like so overdue to have something better. And I always thought that the first thing is melee. Okay?
Yeah.
Melee, Bandos, we deserve something better already. Now, so initially they wanted to bring out magical robes. They took our feedback and were like, hey, we're actually going to give you this melee set. So Torva is coming. I hate that it's called Torva. I hate that it probably even looks like Torva back in 2011.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
literally my only question, and I'm not a lore geek, so I don't know if like the word Torva is like has to be tied to Nex. But my first question is, could they have named it something else? And then I guess that's my only question, because if it's yes, then if it had to be named Torva, then sure, but not a fan.
Yeah, I agree. Now, you mentioned the magical set, but they actually, they haven't taken it out of the playbook as of yet. They still are planning on releasing that as well with this.
They're not. No, they're saying that.
Yes,
the magical set?
Yep, they said it's not taken completely out of the playbook. They might release it later after Nex has been released a little bit, or
okay. They might stick it into another drop table or of something.
Right, or add it to Nex later after they've tweaked it and messed with it a little bit, because they said that they still do like it and people did like it, but they're definitely going to be introducing Torva whenever Nex is released instead of it.
And there was a beta world open, albeit it was only for a couple of days. I think I mentioned to people like, hey, go and get some free JAD practice while it was up, but they took those down real quick. And I think people did get the chance to play with the magical armor and the Zarite longbow. So the Zarite longbow, which has been nixed, it did shoot out arrows in a Chinchompa-like method. And so it was really, really good for something like the Inferno, but other than that, really not a whole lot of use. Super niche. So what they went ahead and did is they are going to introduce something called a Zarite crossbow.
Right.
Again, the word Zarite, I think, also comes from 2011 era RuneScape. And what they're going to do is they want to incorporate the Armadillo crossbow. So in order to craft the Zarite crossbow, you'll probably get some kind of shard, and then along with an ACB, kind of like an item sync type deal, you can create Zarite crossbow. So what is it that makes this crossbow badass and revitalizes crossbows?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
It's the special attack for sure. It's super cool. Really good special attack on this crossbow. So there's going to be a lot of metas that are going to be using this crossbow as like a switch for a special when it comes to PVM, maybe even PvP potentially. But the special attack is a guaranteed bolt spec proc. I don't know what to call it. Proc.
Yeah, I can read off the special thing. The Zarite crossbow passively enhances all bolt effects by 10%. Also, the Zarite crossbow special attack will trigger a guaranteed bolt effect if you succeed at hitting. That just means if you don't roll a 0.
Right.
If you succeed at hitting a target, / passing accuracy, not hitting the 0. This costs 75% special attack.
Yeah.
What this means is usually when your Ruby Bolt procs, it can hit up to 100, right? On Olm, on Vorkath, those bosses have very high HP, so it's able to hit 100.
Right.
Ruby specs can now hit up to 110, guys. Think about this. Think about
and
this.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah, and it's guaranteed as long as you pass a bit of accuracy check. Which, by the way, the Zarite crossbow has pretty high range accuracy. It's like it's like an orbital crossbow. It's kind of like crossbows are typically they're slow. Not really. They're 5 ticks, but with the Bofa being 4 ticks, Bofa kind of takes over everything. But crossbows have always been really good at penetrating defense. So really good at Kriara, Commander Ziliana, those really high defense monsters.
Right.
So, yeah, that's going to be insane for like speed. I mean, imagine speed runs, dude. Like, I'm thinking more combat achievements. I know it's high level stuff, but like being able to strategically hit a cheeky 110 into a claw spec, whatever. It's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what they want to do is they want to make crossbows very useful and the best weapon against Nex. That's typically the trend, right? When it comes to Nightmare, she drops crush stuff. Inquisitors is the only thing that has crush accuracy, the only melee armor. So it's the best at Nex. And of course, there's applicability against other monsters that might be weak to crush. Right. But that's the Great Olm drops the Twisted Bow and the Dragon Hunter crossbow. Those two things are kind of best to use there.
Right.
So,
yeah.
People are thinking...
Another thing, when it comes to the Zarite Vambrace as well, what they changed from the last time we spoke was it was a 50 defense requirement. Now it's going to be 45. So I believe that opens it up for Zerkers to use. Yeah.
I think Stoic was even mentioning that. That's like for a certain build. Is it 40 to 5? I thought it was...
They're dropping it down to 45. I don't know if 45 is the Zerker defense or not, because I'm just bad at the game.
What does Zerker even mean?
Like a Zerker is it's like a PvP build.
Yeah, but does it stand for a Berserker?
Yes.
Okay. They
usually wear like a Berserker helmet.
Okay.
And a torso and rune plate legs and a rune defender and a dragon scimitar or something. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if that is. I'm sorry. Stoic, please let me know, or anybody. So I don't know why the 5 defense less, from 50 to 45 is such a big deal.
There's got to be something at 45 defense, dude.
But yes,
there's got to be something.
That has changed as well. But
well, anyways, they have the Ancient God Sword is still on the table. I think they did buff the special attack there.
Yes,
remember it was kind of like you can freeze something, and then if that thing doesn't move for a certain amount of ticks, it gets damaged, and then you take that health for free. It went from 20 to 25. So the damage and healing from the Ancient God Sword will now be from 20 to 25. And just like all God Swords, they're super accurate. They have a really high strength bonus, so that's cool. It'll just be like a nice little PvP thing. Look out for the next Torvesta video to feature Ancient God Sword, basically, after he buys it for 1 bill GP.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's going to be a day of release video, essentially.
He buys it for 1 bill GP, PKs with it for a day, and then sells it for 500 mil.
Yeah, but he's going to PK 500 mil of stuff. So
probably.
It's going to be a good video.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's kind of,
Yeah. Let's talk about Torva, dude. Torva, new best in slot melee armor, which this is guaranteed to come out. They even have a whole plan of how to introduce it with the likes of Bando's armor.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is interesting. Although I kind of wish, so we'll go over it a little bit, but basically it's going to be best in slot melee, best in slot strength bonus. So, pretty cool. It's going to be broken. It's going to be dropped in like broken pieces from Nex. Then you have to repair it, like LT said, using Bando's pieces. And that's not the Bando's boots, but only the Tacits and the BCP that are going to drop these components if you break them down. I believe that's how it works.
Yep. The chest plate is worth 3 components. The Tacits are worth 2. That's 5. And you need 5 total components to make the Torva helm, chest, and plate legs.
That's the only thing that I don't like is I wish it was like 10, maybe. Or, 10 components to make the full set.
You want more? You want somebody to have 2 chest plates, 2 Tacits to make full Torva?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's so good. And I don't know. I feel like it would I don't know. I think it's just so good that just one Bando's tassets and one Bando's chest plate shouldn't be able to make, the plate body and plate legs. It's just so good that you should, have to have some more.
Okay. I mean, if you're recognizing it's that good, it's kind of like with the BOFA. Like,
it's basically like full Justice R.
Yeah, it is so tanky.
Little less defense, insane strength bonus.
Yeah.
And it's got one prayer for each one as well.
And imagine now going into TOB with a scythe, like I was mentioning, like it's 3 hits blast. So every extra, people harp on max hits for a reason. And I only really learned the importance of max hits this this year when I really got into endgame PVM. This shit matters. People spend months grinding for an Infernal Cape. I mean, there's a lot of prestige and self kind of, I shouldn't say self-respect, but the accomplishment that it's only one max hit though. It's only one extra max hit over a Fire Cape, but then you have a Berserker Ring, which imbued gives two max hits on its own.
Essentially, right?
So it's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Anyways, if you're wearing right now a Bando's chestplate and tassets with a Nate is not face guard, you are going to get +6 strength bonus if you're wearing now full Torva. Mind you, if you're a normie trying to buy full Torva, it's going to cost you anywhere from 500 mil after it drops to 2 billion day of release. Yeah. If you're an Iron Man, you are looking roughly to do anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 next kills to obtain full Torva. So it's a very time-consuming grind regardless.
Right.
Option 3, mom's credit card, you know the drill.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you can get your max hits. So +6 strength, obviously every +4 is a guaranteed max hit. +6 means...
So normal BCP is +4.
Mm-hmm.
Torva plate body's +6, so that's an extra 2.
Yep. Tassets are +2.
Yep.
This is +4.
So that's And then what is you said the face guard's 6?
Face guard 6. This will be 8.
Yeah, this will be 8. So that's a plus what? 2, 4, 6.
6. So one. So I say 1.5. Yeah.
Yeah. And based on your other, whatever other combinations of
if you've got Infernal Cape, I don't. Yeah, right now. Just whatever the numbers come out to be, basically. And if you're overloaded for chamber, I think that's the other thing is when Chambers of Zarek, you get to have an overload. So max strength goes from 118 to 120, and that little bit of extra strength does make a difference in terms of how fast you kill Olm. So world records will be shred. I mean,
right.
I know it's kind of niche and sweaty, but it does have an effect.
Right.
Because if you guys play long enough, you might be wearing a piece of Torva eventually. So it's all very important.
Yeah, absolutely. What else here? What else do we have? We have I did want to read this because it's just what I mentioned when it comes to the mage robe set. So they say here, where is it? As detailed above, since the Virtus armor got generally good feedback, we aren't scrapping it completely. We'd still like to introduce it as a reward a little later down the line and with a few tweaks based on your feedback. You might remember that original plans were to release the Torva later down the line alongside a different update themed around a certain ancient god. With these changes in this blog, we now think Virtus would be a suitable reward for that update instead. So, again, it's not scrapped completely, but it's not going to be released with the next. We don't know when it's going to be released. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. I like it. I mean, I don't know. Ancestral's been out for long enough, but I just thought it was. I think it's just more fitting for the melee armor, personally.
Agreed. Mm-hmm. It's going to make next a lot more juicy to kill.
It'll be juicy. I'm looking forward, guys. I think a lot of people in the clan are looking forward to day of release. I don't know who was out. Rob and I were killing Nightmare on day of release. Obviously, Fazani did not exist. Nightmare day of release is a shit show. Every world is taken.
Dude, anything day of release is such a shit show. It's so fun
because we're all learning it. It's just going to be death after death after. If you're me, it's death after death after death, just to get a single KC.
So I say before next comes out, we could plan a clan event around a big old next mass or something.
Yeah, maybe the night of release. I don't know. I mean, if it's going to get released, it'll be a Wednesday. Let's see. The 5th of January looks like a Monday. I don't know. Well, that date might change even.
Yep.
Anyways, we'll figure it out. Yeah, it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun.
Have we talked about Nihil shards? Was that something that we talked about last time?
Yeah, so these shards will be dropped by next. You can, I guess, use a bunch of them to make EQ keys. It's a safer way for hardcore Ironmans like Rob to get EQ keys to enter Kriara, whatever.
Yep.
Blood Essence. This is kind of up my alley. This is not a way a more viable way to craft blood runes. It's just like a tiny little thing. Basically, sometime next year, Jagex hopes to release like a better way to maybe obtain runes. Maybe
Blood
not
packs?
just blood runes.
Blood packs?
Well, blood packs are like a blood packs aside, because I think they mentioned
Right.
sorry, I think it was like in the Gilnor Gazette.
Right.
But these little blood essence things, they're so small and niche. Like I think it might give you an extra 1,000 blood runes. Like you would have to farm next just to maybe squeeze out an extra 1,000 blood runes. Like they actually want to make like a rune crafting, dare I say, guild, like a new activity, like an actual brand new skilling rune crafting activity as a means of maybe not making a lot of money, or I'm sorry, maybe not making a lot of experience, but you can get more runes out of your time. So right now, if I want to craft my runes, it's not worth my time.
Right.
If I just want to solely obtain runes, I go to shops to obtain runes, because I run through 1,000 death runes with a snap of a finger, you know?
Right.
So give me a way to obtain runes while passively training my rune crafting level. I don't give a fuck about getting fast rune crafting experience. My expectation is I'm already 20k XP. Like I'm already happy. Whatever. I'll get 99 eventually. That's just a matter of putting the time in. But if on the road to 99, I can craft 100,000 deaths, blood, souls, blah, 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 I'm a happy guy.
Right. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
So that's kind of
something else about the Nihil shards as well. It's not just, it is the Eku key, which is going to be really nice for my account when it comes to the hardcore obtaining Eku keys instead of having to get all the kill count. But it's also going to be introducing a new brew into the game, the Ancient Brew, which is interesting, and I'm very curious to see when this will be used. But it's the Nihil Dust and a Dwarf Weed Potion. It's 85 herb lore. When drunk, it boosts your magic by 5% plus 2. It restores prayer by 10% plus 2. And has the ability to boost up to 5% over the player's base prayer level, which is the big caveat there. But it drains attack, strength, and defense by 10% plus 2. So you have to restore after that. Kind of like a Saradomin Brew. So
10%. Sorry, I'm doing the numbers right now. 99 times 1.1. Okay, so this potion will take your magic level to 104. 99 goes to 104.
Okay.
Prayer goes to from 99 to 109. Oh, I'm sorry, plus 2. I didn't even add the plus 2 yet. Okay.
yeah,
Your magic goes from 99 to 106. Your prayer goes from 99 to 111.
right. That's actually pretty cool.
Huge. That's that's almost like a Imbued Heart with the ability to boost up to over 5% over the player's base prayer level. Okay, but what's the downside again? Oh, I'm sorry. It's up here. However,
okay, so
attack, strength, and defense
up to 5% over the prayer level, so it can only go to 107.
Okay.
Right. But
Still
really
good.
cool.
So prayer is a good thing. Speaking of prayer, we are speculating, and take this for what it's worth, but based on what Stoic knows about 2011 Nex, she had, I guess, like a smite effect to drain your prayer, almost like how Ohm will throw those balls at you that literally cuts your prayer in half. Spectral Spirit Shield, right? And I think at the last modcast, I did not watch this, but based on what I heard, the J-mods were saying a shield will be very necessary. A particular shield, dare I say, will be necessary when fighting next. So you've got your Armadillo crossbow, Dragon crossbow, whatever. If you're a billionaire or lucky, your Zarite crossbow, that's like a must. And then on your offhand, what is your shield going to be?
Special.
It's not going to be a Dragonfire ward. Next is not a dragon. It's not going to be a buckler, perhaps,
Could
for
be
accurate.
Twisted Buckler or an Ellie.
Ellie
or
will be spectral.
Yeah.
So it's hilarious because for a guy like me, and I will say, dude, I fucking knew this shit was going to happen. I knew that the spectral was going to get some love eventually. Also, fun fact, with the Grand Exchange tax, Jagex literally wrote in their blog that they have a list of items. They made a list of items of things that they will be purchasing from us in order to and one of the first line item reads Arcane and Spectral Spirit sigils or Spiritual sigils. Whips, like it's like a small list, Kraken Tentacles, Nightmare items, in order to have a good gold sink.
Right.
So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I saw this coming.
Spectral.
And I kind of secretly hoped to get a spectral sigil from Corp first.
Now, I don't know if you've told anybody what you've gotten so far, but
we can talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second.
I mean, come on, guys. We weren't going to come back to a podcast without juicy drops for both Rob and I. Are you kidding me?
We got a lot to talk about when it comes
we
to
are
that,
mega spoons
sure.
for a reason. We're not just going to run off to a wedding. Rob isn't just going to go to France and just not. We're not going to pull the best We're not going to pull the best RNG. So
right. But yeah, that's. I think that summarizes the next rewards.
Yeah.
What do you think?
TLDR: get the best crossbow you can possibly get your hands on, because day of release, I expect to see every single person in the clan killing necks. We will get a world of our own.
Yeah.
We'll take over. We'll kill it. We'll get a drop for somebody. Someone's going to be a multi-billionaire on day of release. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. So they also had some small changes and some wilderness changes as well. So we'll just kind of go over those as well. So the loot tables in the Revenant Cave have been tweaked a bit, so you can stay a bit longer. What is the tertiary loot table? What is that? Is that just like foods and?
I looked it up. It's
potions?
like Laren's keys, and I don't understand. Yeah, it's a big question mark for me, dude.
Okay, so they have a much higher chance of being rolled. Depending on what creatures you're killing. If you're killing the imps, probably not. But there's also the chance of bind and snare packs has been reduced as well. I haven't played around with Revenants since all these changes have happened, but apparently they were kind of overwhelming. Is that right?
Yeah, I have, dude. So they did change the Rev Caves. Like I said, Torvesta video. It's kind of interesting.
Uh-huh.
There's better loot. Do you remember when they nerfed it? I mean, you and I used to literally take over Rev
absolutely.
Caves like over a year ago. Yeah, that was pre-nerf. Like when all the revs were congregated in that one area. Mm-hmm. Okay, they changed the caves, super spread out. Now they've doubled the spawns. They lowered the respawn time. Amazing, right? I mean, more revs is good for. And if you guys want to know how to kill revs, like literally DM me and I'll tell you a secret strat if you care to make some money. It's actually really fun. I do recommend having like some total level world access, like 2K would be nice. They did drop those stupid bind and snare packs. If you guys are familiar with Last Man Standing, you can have those like wilderness only drops, like blighted foods and entangle packs. But it's kind of dumb. So they did buff everything, and they made everything kind of nicer and higher quality of life based on our feedback. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else do they do?
Yeah, little small things.
They have to wait 3 seconds to log out after using the spell at the Fountain of Ruin.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, I guess. I don't know, really. I guess people were just logging out.
I don't know who was doing that. Maybe some like restricted Northeast Wilderness locked UIM.
Yeah, right.
Who had to cast like a Ruby enchant.
Yeah.
All right, so they are trying to make mobile and their Steam client great, and they really are doing a good job. So they're doing a lot of quality of life stuff with mobile and Steam. I think there's like an Android beta happening right now.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to be Team iPhone. Now I'm Team Android. Don't kill me, please. But
so you haven't had access to the mobile app yet?
I actually refused to finish that thing because they asked for a lot of personal information, and I was like, nope, gonna get hacked somehow. Someone's gonna hack Jagex and get a list of all the people putting this information in. I didn't feel comfortable.
Okay.
It was a website that asked for emails, phone numbers, names, dates, what kind of phone I have.
I just want to say that all that information is already out there.
Yeah.
Probably.
And
on you and me and everybody else. But yes, I understand definitely being very hesitant to fill out those types of things.
I mean, I know I'm being tracked already because I'm a former government employee. So, however, I don't know if any RuneScape player is trying to hack maybe that system to get access to my account stuff. I don't know.
Probably not.
Okay, but fuck all that, because my RuneScape logger username and password is different from everything else. Like, there's no.
Can you imagine the news headline that says like, kid hacks the DoD to
infiltrate
steal $2 billion from
to infiltrate OSRS database like of military members who play OSRS. Jesus, dude.
No.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Rob, I'm going to have nightmares. Please don't put these thoughts into my brain.
Other changes. Do you just want to read off this list here?
Other changes. Blast furnace overheats have been reworked to reduce griefing. People were griefing blast furnace.
Apparently it's been happening for such a long time, and they've been trying to stop it.
Oh, has it been? It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think because like restricted account builds will train their strength by pumping the blast furnace or something. It's so stupid. But like, you got to do what you got to do. There's now a sound effect and hover over effect on reordering buttons in Theater of Blood. Speaking of TOB, I've been doing a lot of that lately. Players may now right-click the compass and set their camera to face east, west, and south alongside the usual north option. These options can be found on the desktop, iOS, and Android. Players with PvP protection are no longer eligible to receive PvP weapons as loot while on Dead Man Mode worlds. Okay, that's kind of dumb.
Doesn't really, yep.
So, I don't know. It's all piddle, small stuff, dude. It's honestly, it's
trying to see if there's any grammar fixes. Nope. Some words in quest dialogue have had their spelling changed to reflect British English conventions. There you go.
You spot on, bro. It's always a thing. Every single week there's a grammar update.
Yep.
So we probably never mentioned it because it's like we purposely skip over it, but we told you guys this time. So
every single week we'll call them out next time we see them.
Yeah. So other than that, they've been working on Tombs of Amascut. The whole Beneath Cursed Sands is going to be the master level quest. I think it's master level.
Yes.
That's going to kind of bring up the Raids 3. I think it's going to be like a hard requirement before you can do Raids 3. I'm sure it'll be easy enough for people to gold farm and bot the quest. So,
right.
You know, it is what it is. Okay, speaking of Raids 3, it was initially going to come out in the beginning of next year. Obviously, that's a laugh. So, according to people I've talked to, we've conversed. Our opinion is that Raids 3 will be coming out summer, like earliest. Maybe June. Is June summer? Summer, right?
June summer. Yeah,
all right, so June, July, August is kind of when I'm expecting Tombs of Amascut to pop.
Okay.
I just can't see it happening sooner than that. It just seems like a lot of work.
Yeah. Especially with leagues and necks and the Virtus armor potentially and everything else, under the sun.
A lot of bug fixes.
Jagex is very ambitious, which I do like, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a good word. That's the best word, I think. They're very ambitious. Some J-mods have also left. Mod Sween, who's been around for 6 years, left. He had like that whole lion's mane thing going on, the beard, the goatee, the golden locks. Mod Flippy, who is known for working on all 3 leagues. Mod Zuko, who's fairly new. She seemed pretty awesome. So they've left. Yeah. I guess it's kind of the game industry. Something else. There has been a rumor debunked that Jagex employees actually don't get paid shit. They get paid pretty well. Like, no, I shouldn't say pretty well, but not as shitty as people once thought. I think Mod Sweet may have mentioned that. He did a podcast with, I think, Sebe and kind of debunked that myth. So,
cool.
I don't know. It's been going on for a while. People have always said that Jagex employees get paid like chump change. So,
yeah.
Just
I'm a little disappointed in all of our listeners in the clan because we only got one email the entire time.
One email. Now, people have wished you a good week, a good wedding. Obviously, people do talk. I was
expecting to come back and have to read a dissertation of emails.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a dissertation about cottage cheese, sour cream, pickles,
absolutely,
creme de la creme, all this fun stuff. But instead, we got one. The VIP of this podcast goes out to...
Well, first, it's a 5-word email, first of all, so I don't know about VIP, but...
No, I think it is. Nice. This person he's the only motherfucker who reached out.
That's right. Okay. Who is it?
OG Scuba.
OG Scuba, the OG.
The OG. He really is OG.
Yep, and he said this on my wedding, too, which was really sweet.
Yeah.
But he said, I miss you guys already.
Yeah, I did reply. I think it was during the bachelor party. I replied and said, "Oh, I miss you too. miss you already." But yeah, it's dude. Thanks, I mean, I missed you guys.
Definitely.
It's been a long month, and
well, honestly, like you and I, every Saturday, just record the podcast. Talk, get together with the clan, do all that kind of stuff, and whenever that's interrupted for a bit, it's you miss it,
especially during your wedding weekend because. I look at my phone throughout the day. Like I'm studying at school, but I take little breaks from from one PowerPoint slide to another. I look at the Discord. There's so much happening in Discord. People talk and drops and smoking and joking and people getting accomplishments, achievements. I love it. I love it a lot. So
you're sitting here like, why the hell am I here at this wedding?
No, dude, no.
Could be trying to get an Ellie or something.
But that was the first time I didn't look at the Discord for a hot 2, 3, 4, 3-4 days really.
Yeah.
So
jeez, yeah.
Good pick.
Well, so I do want to say that actually, honestly, all this community stuff that we're about to talk about happened whenever I got back.
Mm-hmm. So guys, it's really clear what's happening here. Rob and I produced the RNG for the community. That's right?
That's no question. Mm-hmm.
No question. So you're welcome. We produce RNG for ourselves, meaning Rob and I are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Don't fuck with us. Mm-hmm.
It's like we can't fuck with each other because we've got something going on that's just giving us the best, the creme de la creme.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened?
Well, so let's talk about the community first, and then we'll go into what happened to us.
Okay.
So whenever I got back, not too much had happened. Rabbit still didn't have his Inferno. Swab didn't have his Inferno. Something happened with you, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. But so we had 2 different clan members get mutagens from Zora within 24 hours of each other, which is honestly the first time I saw it in the clan chat, which is kind of new that happened.
I'm pretty sure they did an update, so weekly update I think during these weeks is that they added the ability for those a mutagen is an untradeable drop, okay?
Right.
And can I just say, if you don't really know what a mutagen is, that's fine. You don't really have to care about it. I did not really give a shit about it until I started doing Theater of Blood. There's really only one purpose to having mutagen. It's because you quote unquote have to wear a serpentine helm, a serp helm for TOB. And it's really it stands out. It's sexy. It's a really flex item when you have a mutagen that comes from Zora. It's untradeable with a drop rate of 1 in 3,000 to 4,000 from Zora. Okay.
So it's not something you can just buy from the GE, right?
Exactly. So an Iron Man may have it because they did a respectable 1, 2, 3,000 Zora kills. And normie these days won't even have a mutagen because Zora is no longer the moneymaker it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's a very coveted item that, like I said, it won't really mean much to you until you start doing TOB.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Jagex added the drop to the clan notifications, and I love this so much whenever we see clan drops. And we had vegan leg hair get it the other night.
Do you remember which was?
What
was it? A Tans?
He got the Tans mutagen, yes, which is the blue one that looks like Zora's blue form. Mm-hmm. And then less than a day later, Rabbit got a Magma, which is the orangey kind of goldish reddish one.
Right.
He got that mutagen less than 24 hours, which is funny because he actually, for a very long time, specifically hated on and spat on that color, and he wanted the Tanzanite that vegan leg hair got. So he gets to suffer. Actually, it's kind of ironic, and it's perfect.
It's perfect because it kind of matches something else that he got, right?
He did. It does match his brand new Infernal Cape.
Yes.
I'm a little disheartened because we had a little thing going on in the community. My prodigy, Swab, Mr. Uwu, was also going for his Infernal Cape. Mind you, Rabbit is trying to be a doctor. Swab is a full-time pilot, okay? Yeah. So very, very busy guys. And I'm so proud of them because they weren't degenerates like me who just sat in their room all day, did the Inferno. They actually have wives and lives, okay? And they got it done. Stressful? Yes, absolutely. Did I get messaged by Swab every single goddamn day for the past 2 months? Yes. Did he give me a status update on every single wave he was on, every time he died, every time he walked in, and all of his supplies? Yes. And that's perfect because that is what it takes to get the cape. Yeah. You have to be vocal. You can't just kind of do it in the shadows unless you're going to be like me, kind of just grinding it, and turn your friends off.
Just wait, dude. I'm gonna come back in about a month and ask you to go to Chambers, and I'm gonna put it on.
I'm not worried about you. You're a mega gamer, okay? I
don't know. I've never done Inferno.
It doesn't matter. You know the game very, very well, my friend. Trust me.
But Rabbit. for sure.
Yes, Rabbit got it.
His Inferno.
And I just gotta say, it
Mm-hmm.
every time him and Swab got to in the Inferno, you get to a single Jad, then triple Jad, then Zuck. So many people were in the voice chat, muted, watching it, supporting. Moral support was there. When they did fail, they were patting them on the back. Hey, you got it next time. All the good vibes, right? So this leads me to a mini rant. Please, 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 for the love of God, do not feel like you need to do any sort of tough challenge by yourself. It is incredible. I will never forget, guys. I actually have the video. If you ever want, I can show it to you. I have a video, April 2019. I just started streaming. Shit quality. I'm a brand new streamer to 2 people. I get to Jad for the first time, and I said that I would yell out his prayers. This is me versus Jad, first experience. I yelled out the wrong prayers. I literally did research and everything. I just didn't even understand what was happening, okay? And that's typically people's first Jad experience. It's like, they don't even know what the fuck's going on, right? So, long story short, have friends and teammates around you to support you, and most of all, coach you, because you will fail these things, and you need people to teach you how to get better. So, yeah, I'm proud of us. I'm proud of the community for everyone to pitch in to help Rabbit get his cape.
Yep.
And for Swab to get his cape, because Swab didn't get it, maybe 4 or 5 days after Rabbit did. So,
yeah,
shout out, dude.
Definitely.
These boys got it done.
Yep. Took a lot of persistence, but they got it taken care of.
They took care of business. What else is there to do? You set a goal. You can do it, and a lot of respect, dude. It's really tough stuff. It's a very humbling experience because you will die to Zuck, and it's the last wave. It's no different than dying to Jad, except you literally double or triple your time that it takes to get to Zuck.
Right.
Because of how long the Inferno is. It's a great feeling. It's even a good feeling when you die, but you know that you PB'd in terms of like how far you got in the Zuck fight. So
yeah, every death is a learning experience for sure. Yep. So you should look at it.
Yeah, we have plenty of coaches, guys. We have a lot of people who can help you achieve your goals. So
yeah. King of the Skill, winner, crazy, ridiculous. Kind of made me mad a little bit.
Why did it make you mad? Hold on. I want to crack into a beer, dude.
Okay. By the way, I'm drinking some water. The reason being is I just got today my third COVID, the COVID booster shot and the flu shot. So, trying to stay hydrated because tomorrow I'm not expecting to feel very well.
Yeah, Rob's being a responsible young boy, but that's okay, Jonathan and ladies, because I am
LT's
drinking.
Taking pickle vodka shots.
I'm drinking for the both of us.
Start the podcast.
Not sure that picked it up, but
no, it picked up a little bit for me. I heard it.
Yeah. Speaking of alcohol, speaking of food and alcohol, it's so interesting. Okay, Rob's wedding, the reception, right? Post-wedding reception. Free beer, champagne, wine. Okay, good stuff. You pay for your own liquor at the bar. Okay, so you got to go for the free champagne, right?
Yeah.
I have always stated I hate champagne. It's just the taste. I
hate champagne. I don't drink it.
I'm not a classy guy. Apparently, I have a good when it comes to eating all kinds of different ethnic food. Sign me up. I'm not picky when it comes to food, but liquor, or the champagne wine, not a thing. You love wine because you're Mr. France over there.
I love red wine. I don't like white wine.
Okay. Is it because white wine is sweeter?
Yeah, I don't like rosé or white really because it's super sweet. I like a dry red wine. Champagne I don't really like. It's just too bubbly. I like it like in a mimosa or something. But
wait, what were you drinking the night of your wedding?
I had a mimosa, and then I had.
We took a shot.
Y'all bought me a shot. Seth did, I think, bought a shot.
Yeah, it was delicious.
And it was like licorice or something. It's really good.
Yeah.
And then I drank. Madison forbid me from drinking red wine, but I snuck a couple glasses of red wine.
Why? Whoa, wait. What do you? Why?
If you spill red on her white dress.
Oh my God.
Everything's screwed up. So.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
She forbids you for drinking in case you spill it on somebody, on her. That's weird, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, right. I mean, it makes sense, but I was like, hey, give me some red wine.
Well, you saw her voice.
She told the bartender not to give me any red wine. I was like, give me some red wine.
Really? Well, there were like 3 bartenders. There were the outdoor ones, the indoor ones, and if you saw her smoking and joking with somebody else and she's far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm the groom. Give me some red wine.
Yeah, so, but I want to bring this up. I got fucked up on champagne, but like in the best way possible. No hangover the next day. Really, really good vibes. Such, like, I don't know what,
Nice.
Because the night prior, I did not mix anything, and I chugged 1.5 liters of water as I'm drinking. So hungover the next morning. So honestly, guys, I've been drinking since 15 years old. I don't know what's going on with me anymore because I'm drinking these Trulies, these like hard seltzers, super light, 90 calories, amazing. They don't give me hangovers anymore, but I don't really know what the formula is. Is champagne and mixing? I say I had champagne. I had shots. I had a bunch of beer at the bar that we went out to. I had hard liquor with those shots, mixed all night. Perfect the next morning.
Huh.
I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. That's strange. So just straight up vodka, just getting drunk on vodka, you get super bad hangovers?
Yeah, because you and I, for these first 50 podcast episodes, I've been doing like rum and cokes, vodka and cokes.
Yeah.
And it's like not feeling the greatest the next morning, but these Trulies are good. It's a good step back. Because I think I can still take shots with these and I'll be fine.
Dude, honestly, we should get Truly to sponsor us, dude. How much you talk about them. You really love them.
I will reach out.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely.
Let's see what they say.
Say, hey, we've already pretty much sponsored your drink for the past 4 or 5 podcasts.
I'll also reach out to Vlasic Pickles and Daisy Sour Cream.
Yes. Yes, definitely. We got pickle, we got a alcohol, and a sour cream sponsor.
I will send you the boxes to your house. Madison's gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? You couldn't have a better like sponsor.
We have free sour cream and pickles for the rest of our lives. No.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what you and I got over here.
Yeah, dude.
Do you want to go first?
Nidham. Did we talk about Nidham?
No. Okay, Nidham. Making me mad. Yeah, 10.
He was gonna kill us if we skipped over it.
Yeah. Honestly, with how much experience he got, dude, I'd be a little afraid.
Yeah, and how he got it too.
Right. So the skill of the week was thieving, and this guy in a week, which he said he had a bad start too, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Can I ask you for a favor?
What?
Friend to friend?
What?
It's called King of the Skill, not Skill of the Week.
Did I say skill of the week?
You said Skill of the Week.
King of the Skill.
Yeah.
Apologize. This guy got 10 million experience.
Blackjacking for most important part, he did it in 6 days. He took the 7th day off.
Ridiculous.
It took 6 days. Nidham gained 41 levels. He went from 167,000 experience, which is like level 60 something, right? Like chump change, straight up to level 96 or 97. He's effectively sitting on 10 million thieving experience, right?
Yeah.
Which I think equates to level 96, maybe close to 97.
Right.
All in 6 days. Obviously, the winner of this stuff gets a bond, but they also get the prestige. He has an icon next to his name in clan chat. He's got an icon next to his name in Discord, and and now we're talking about him, right? So, yeah, I blew everybody out the water because and
he gets to pick the next King of the Skill.
He does, and the best part is the person who came in second place, who quote unquote competed with him, tried to. And I'm sorry I'm forgetting your name, but it's somebody who won King of the Skill many months back, who is now legible to win another one. Because when you win King of the Skill, you can't win for the next 3 months, right?
Right.
But yeah, you can't fight.
Was it
like shoot to kill? I can look at the website right now. Yeah. I'll pull it up, but just so we can give him a shout out. Yeah,
but yes, so he did choose the next skill, next King of the Skill next month, which will run from December 6th through 12th. Oh, it was Crafty Hobo.
Wait, Crafty Hobo gained 6 million experience.
Jeez, that's still insane.
It still is insane. And then 50 bags, 3.7 mil.
But the next skill that he chose is going to be rune crafting, which is kind of nice. I'm gonna really grind out some rune crafting there. Excited about that. So yeah,
it's good. It just kind of gives you an excuse. Like obviously you don't have to win, but.
Right.
It's a good little excuse to train something you've never wanted to train before. We do have a rule for King of the Skill to not have combats. Combats are a bit too easy. You can kind of cheat by doing Nightmare Zone.
The only combat you can do is Slayer. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
and
not really
typically,
combat,
combats you can just get you'll get 99s eventually. Other skills you may never get 99s in, but it encourages people to train them. So,
yeah.
So yeah, dude. All right, so we talked about Swab and Rabbids Inferno. Congrats again. These boys are gamers. We have the 2 Tans mutagens. Obviously, every single day we have people in our clan, in our community, getting drops and sharing achievements of various kinds. So shout out to all these achievements for the past month, because there's a lot of them. All right, but let's talk about our stuff, because we have some pretty cool things that happened to us in the past 3 weeks.
Huge. Yeah. You want to go first?
Yeah, and I'm only saying I'm going to go first because chronologically, this is what happened, all right?
Okay.
And it seems like things always happen after we record the podcast. Like on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like at the start of the week, we kind of things tend to happen.
Right.
So, as you guys know, kind of picking back up from where I left off, I have not been doing a whole lot of TOB. My goals have been Corp, Fazani, and I think that was it, okay?
Right.
However, there's a lot of TOB happening in the clan. People are learning it. It's so fun to do. And so I decided to just do a 416 raid. It's a free-for-all world. It's kind of a mixed bag of what you might get. However, at my kill count, around 420, I have the opportunity to TOB with like good people, like, fast-paced, random TOBs. So whenever my friends aren't on, I like to do one-off, just singular raids. That way I don't have to, sit down for like a 3-hour gaming session. I can just do a single TOB and just call it a day. Okay.
Right.
I do one, I pull a purple, and I'm walking to the chest room. I'm preparing the clan chat. I basically tell everybody, hey, I'm looking for a scythe or rapier to finish the log. And I pull a scythe. So obviously it's a 1 in 19. Whenever you open up a purple chest at TOB, it's like a 40% chance to be in a Vernic, hence why you guys see so many Vernics. It's a 5% chance to be a scythe. I pull a scythe. I am head over heels. My dad thinks something is wrong. I'm yelling, "Oh my god." I have it all on video because I like to record everything. Crazy. Yeah. Guys, I went to Rob's wedding, and my TOB KC now is almost 500. So clearly, that tells you what I've been up to in my RuneScape life for the past 3 weeks is TOB. I cannot get enough of this fucking scythe. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is truly insane how hard it hits at the Theater of Blood. Okay?
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it on other bosses unless you're a multi-billionaire. It is extremely overpowered in TOB, as everything is weak to slash and everything is large and typically 0 defense because you Warhammer spec it down. So incredibly fun, and I cannot wait to get into hard mode. That's kind of the next step in my journey.
Yeah.
It doesn't end there.
Yeah, no. So I just want to preface this by saying I was in France. Didn't get on a lot, obviously, but sometimes, you're at the Airbnb, you have some downtime, you're going to sleep, something like that, and, hop on. I was mining day alts or just cutting some U's or something like that. Something very AFK and chill while I was playing Sudoku as well. Very fun game. And all of a sudden I see this drop pop up.
So Rob's in France. It's daytime. It's daytime here for me. It's Rob's evening, which tells me Madison is asleep. She's an early sleeper.
Yep.
And I get an Arcane Sigil, boys. I get the drop I'm looking for. I get the Raids 3 upgrade that's going to happen eventually. I can't believe it. Guys, whenever Corp dies, I click to the square where the drop's going to be, and I teleport the fuck out. I don't expect to do anything. Because 1,500 kills, hundreds of hours.
Very much deserved. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's
crazy.
Again, I have the recording. I posted a picture of like my little a JPEG like of my face like jaw dropped, but I'm speechless, right? Even just talking about it.
Right.
Okay, real quick, lots of TOB. I have no interest in doing any more Corp. I'm sick of it. I have goals, but my goals right now are to have fun. I'll tell you why.
Right.
I'm going to go on a little rant here.
Yeah.
My account was 2018. Obviously, I'm not an OG Iron. I'm not one of those Irons who are like, I've been around since 2015, 16, 17. When I hit 400 Cox KC last June, and I got a T-bow, and I had full ancestral, and I had a lot of good items. I had kind of like a coming to Jesus moment, and I realized at that moment what I want. Because every now and then I set goals for myself. I set goals to get certain things, but I had an actual like euphoria moment of like, I know what I want from my RuneScape journey. And it's kind of cocky and stupid, but like, I just want a really badass end game iron account. Okay. The kind that makes everyone jealous. I want the kind of bank that I open up and it's like, holy fuck, what am I looking at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it kind of started coming to fruition when I got a T-bow last year, and God Wars was good to me, and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And it was never fully complete because I didn't have a scythe, and I always felt like I needed a corp drop. Because every iron that I kind of stupidly look up to has those things. They've got all the things that I currently have, plus the scythe and at least something from a corp. Mm-hmm. So when I got these things, I feel like I'm finally free to sort of just do whatever the fuck I want and just play. And I'm not really tied down to any goals now. So right now, like, we're going to get into this later, but I want to do more chambers with Rob. Mm-hmm. You know, we'll kind of get into why, but I'm done with TOB, but I'm loving using this. I need a rapier. I kind of want a rapier, but I'm ready. I'm ready for anything and everything. And I feel like because I'm a goddamn spoon, I'm so lucky at this game on all fronts. I feel like I've reached the status of those Iron Men that I look at who started their accounts years before I did, and I've actually obtained every item they have in a lot less time because of my spoonage. Right. So I'm very blessed and lucky to be in this position. That's kind of where I'll leave it off.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
Yep.
You're done?
I'm done.
All right. So I came back from the honeymoon. When was this? Last week?
You flew in exactly
about
a week ago, a little bit more, yeah.
So this all happened in a week. Jeez. So last week I flew in, and I'd previously been sitting at Corrupted Gauntlet, just doing it every day, all day, or as much as I could bear.
Too much. I would always ask you, like, are you doing anything else, like birdhouse runs? The answer is no, and I would always like.
Or LT would like try to call me, and I'm like, decline his call, and I'm like in a CG or something. Yeah. But yeah, just doing Corrupted Gauntlet. It's very dangerous on the hardcore, and I just wanted to get out of there. I just needed an enhanced crystal seed because I had gotten a bunch of armor seeds. So I ended up getting the enhanced crystal seed at 323 KC on the hardcore. So I have a Bofa now, and I ended up at 14 armor seeds and 6 weapon seeds, which is insane.
Just to clarify, you did a dry, there's an official dry calculator on RuneScape and the wiki. The chance of Rob receiving that many armor seeds, which by the way can be switched out for crystal shards, is like less than 0.1%.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Mega spoon on all fronts, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So finally, I got the Bofa though, which is all I wanted. I'm out of there. It's super dangerous content. Not a lot of hardcore Ironmen have a Bofa because it's so dangerous. A lot of people die trying to get it. Which, rest in peace, Americlap. Another hardcore.
We had a community member. I think one of Swab's good buddies.
Yep. And he's a gamer too.
Yeah, gamer with a nice main account, made a hardcore.
Yep.
Right. Lots of potential in the PVM realm, given his knowledge. He did unfortunately pass to a CG. We have the final screenshot pretty much, but.
Yep. Rest in peace to him. Gamer, and I respect any hardcore that does any dangerous content. So, but luckily I'm out of there. I'm not going to go back until I finish all my goals and try to get a blade, which I will eventually if I finish all my goals, and I don't die. But, so I got the Bofa. So I've been playing around with Bofa a lot. Just going, trying, like literally just Bofing every single thing I see.
It's the most disgustingly broken weapon ever. It's unlimited. Yeah. There's no charge. You don't even have to wear an assembler with it.
But you should.
You should, yeah. But it's I mean, we've mentioned it. The Bofa is like the creme de la creme. It's the thing you want to own. It's a budget T-bow, but like not even in a bad way. It's like, yeah.
Yep. It's awesome. It's amazing. So, with that, I just, tried out some different things. I went to Bandos for the first time, and I got Bandos Tassies on 6KC.
You bastard.
So I've got Bandos Tassies now.
Easy, man. Easy for you.
So that's pretty cool on the hardcore as well. And I've been trying to go to Chambers a lot, which is why LT mentioned that. So we are going to be doing a lot of Chambers because I don't have Dex yet, and Dex is pretty crucial. But I can also not be carried the whole time in Chambers, which is nice now that I have the Bofa. So just been going there. I already had the Kodai, which I got at like 8KC, which is ridiculous. But I also just got the Augury unlocked, so I got the Arcane Prayer Scroll
last night.
Last night.
Yeah. Augury is
So
huge. Wilderness. Any
Yes,
wildy
huge.
content, you got it. I mean, quick prayers are protect item, protect magic, Augury. That's your quick prayers in the wilderness,
And
essentially.
Augury gives 25% magic defense and 25% defense. Like it's just it's better than, or it's the same as praying piety when it comes to defense.
Yeah.
So you literally just camp that the whole time and try to get out of there. So it's pretty cool.
PK or splash.
Pretty cool.
PKers will splash.
So
you also got
that.
something else. You got the whippy tentacle whip.
Oh yeah, I got the Kraken tentacle. Got that as well.
It's a new best in slot melee.
Yep, best in slot melee. That's gonna be good for TOB. And what else did I get? Is that everything?
Well, you just said it. TOB.
Oh, I got another TOB KC. So
Yeah.
I'm at 2KC.
Yeah, and I actually went with Rob, and I'm a little surprised
Yes.
that he even let me come because I am the king of planking and dying.
No, he did really well. LT's very trustworthy when it comes to TOB. He is the king of camping low HP for some reason, which always stresses me out. But whenever you're doing TOB with a hardcore, you kind of step it up, a notch.
You do. You step up your
focus
game. You have to be very focused. So we had a
And
good.
he had a teleport crystal on him, and we were joking that he was going to misclick and teleport out whenever he needed to teleport me out instead.
Oh, well, it's so funny. They just made it viable where like you can bring a teleport crystal in, mind you, -1 inventory spot. You buy it at the dude at the start of the raid for 75,000 GP. If Rob ever feels like he needs to get the fuck out of dodge, he clicks it. It's a 1-click teleport out of TOB because it's a dangerous death. However, he can make it so that I can use a crystal that I buy on him to teleport him out.
If I DC or something.
Yeah, if you DC, or if I feel like you're in a position to die, maybe I have a certain judgment call that you're not seeing, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone's got a different. Sometimes you have a different perspective. Like so to say, if I'm running the maze,
like if he sees me at 50 HP and he sees the green ball coming at me and I just don't even see it, hopefully he's going to teleport me out, and I would be,
So
glad that he did that.
what's impressive here is that Rob has no hardcore experience, actually, period. Well, you do have a Form 1, but you have no hardcore TOB experience. So, like...
I have no, I'm at the top of my hardcore game as of now.
Yeah.
My other hardcore died trying to get a Berserker ring, so...
Yeah,
yes,
which is like barely mid-game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're officially in the late game. You're doing chambers.
I think I'm beginning of late game.
I think your Slayer level is the only thing that's,
Yes.
But Slayer's oh my god, Slayer's such a bitch.
I'm
It's
working
the
on it.
crux of every Iron Man period, Slayer, because 87 is necessary to start doing anything magic related. Ivan's Blast is not a thing. You need a Trident.
Yep.
And then
Chambers,
when it comes to a
all that good stuff.
hardcore, you got to do Zulrah. And you can't do Zulrah until you have the diary done.
93.
Yeah.
Slayer. Yeah. So.
Yeah. But dude, I'm looking forward, man. Looking forward to a lot of your gains because you got a lot of stuff, a lot of big drops to go for. Blowpipe and Rigor yields Inferno.
Blowpipe, Rigor, yep. That's Inferno right there. And then I'll be sending that. So, and maybe even a SGS, but I don't need it, right?
Yeah, weren't you doing Zilliana before this?
Yes.
Rob just casually got a 13 kill Zilliana trip like before this podcast. I mean, just
well, I'm just trying out the Bofa, dude. Trying it out everywhere.
It's really good, apparently. It hits like a truck. It's so accurate. Rob, you're not fishing right now?
Thank you. Fishing anglers.
We're catching some anglers. Oh, so one of the things I have been doing kind of lacklusterly, but I do want to do this. Now that I am done with Corp, is I want to finish the 6 Jad challenge. If you guys remember, I did get the Jad pet, one of my many pets this year, and I feel like it's necessary, to say the least, to have the metamorphosized Jad pet to turn into the Inferno Jad. It's kind of like a flex. Honestly, I think the Jad pet is so cute, and I just love having him follow me around. But I think the metamorphosized one just shows, hey, this guy not only completed the Inferno, but they completed 6 Jads, which not everyone can do.
Right.
It's very anxiety ridden. Like, just say it's 6 Jads. It's, there's a whole method of madness that to kill it. So,
right.
I would like to have more anglerfish, so I can do some of that.
Cool.
Pre-angler. Yeah.
Very cool.
Anything
else?
Yeah, anything else? School's busy. Semester's doing pretty good, actually. I'm pretty happy with my grades and what I'm doing, given all the tough classes I'm taking. So,
right.
Dude, it's so funny. Like, taking those 4 days off for your wedding, I don't know, man. I'm beginning to realize just how tough, like, these STEM classes are. It's a whole new world compared to I mentioned this before, my finance degree was nothing. I'm taking 2,000 level science classes, getting my ass whooped.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I did probably make the mistake of taking 3 classes plus a lab this semester. Effectively, I'm taking 6 classes.
Right.
Probably a big mistake. But just taking 4 days off for your wedding, like, just give me...
Put you back.
I had, a tiny bit. I mean, I'm fine now.
Same with me. Yeah, I took
But you took
weeks off.
I was just driving through the night thinking, how the fuck is Rob in France right now? What is wrong?
3 weeks off, but I literally did all my work for one of my classes. I'm done with it.
Okay.
Already submitted everything. Took my final.
Really?
Said, let me do it all, please. Thank you.
Okay. Is this the professor we were talking about with your crazy partner, with your crazy group mate?
No, that one I'm still having to do work for.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got a paper due next week, and I'm doing like a group project as well, a presentation. That's due next week as well. So
okay.
Yeah, been working on those. So, but I did a lot of work before, like I put in extra work before all of my vacation time. Yeah. And I also let all my professors know that I'm going to be doing this, and it seemed to work out.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so you told them your wedding,
said, look,
France,
going on my honeymoon. Please release any files to me that I need to do. You know what I mean? Anything that I need to do, let me know.
That's good. I'm glad that there were.
Knocked it all out.
They actually let you, because I have some professors like in the syllabus it's written, and even talking to them, there's no leniency. Like, the exams are scheduled on this day. The exams will be on this. They're in person though. So.
I think there can be because I did it. I let them know that I needed that I'm doing this before I even took their class. Mm. So I sent them an email.
Oh, that's very smart.
Before I signed up, and I said, hey, I'm getting married this date. I'm going on my honeymoon. Like, I just want to let you know, is this going to be okay? And they said, yes, just remind me a couple weeks beforehand. You know what I mean? I was like, okay. So that's what I did. But yeah.
Fair enough. I have a meeting with, I don't know, dude. So in terms of my physical therapy thing, I do want to do it. However, I got to keep my option. I want to keep my options open for other career fields in the medical realm. So I do have a meeting with like a department head, like the pre-med program.
Cool.
Just to discuss like other career fields, pharmacy, physician's assistant, things like that. So yeah.
Very cool.
I mean, it's like my parents tell me, like, Arthur, you're young as shit. Like, even though I'm 28, like, you have your whole life ahead of you. There's nothing wrong with like choosing a higher career field, even starting it in your 30s. Because my dad came here when he was 33.
Yeah. My
mom was like probably late 20s, 30, and then they went and got their bachelor's here in America.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm keeping my options open in terms of my school and career, and not really caring about like forcing something faster, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So yeah, good stuff.
All right. Well, let's end it here. A little longer than normal podcast, just to catch up on some stuff, but not too long.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Well, dude, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I talk about so much game stuff throughout the week anyways. Like, on Discord, every single day I discuss this video game. So it's like, how many, if you want to hear me talk about game updates, just pop in Literally just listen to me rant. in voice chat every night. You're going to hear all the updates, essentially. It's so... Right. I can't sit here and go through every single bullet point. It just doesn't make sense to. And I think you feel the same way. So
yeah. All right. Well, if you are looking for a community to be part of, consider joining the clan. It's OSRS Trihards in game. If you want to chill in voice chat while you boss, skill, bank stand, Discord server is the place to be, like LT just mentioned. Also, guys, send us an email with any questions, any comments, concerns, complaints at osrstrihards@gmail.com. And you may be featured on the next podcast.
That means you, Kyle. These episodes are also on YouTube. Thanks to everyone who leaves us a review. We do appreciate those. There have been some YouTube comments. Thank you for that. Shout out to OSRS Beats, and a big thanks to our Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee supporters. I want to try this name out real quick. Bluff Fire Lube Man. Thank you for the Buy Me a Coffees. See you guys next week. Bye.
Yes, thank you. Bye.